There is so much life beneath the surface. And our life depends on it. And in fact, we are proposing that it is indeed our life. And this is true of each of us, our environment, and even our congregation. There is so much going on below the surface, so much work that you don't see, but you see the fruit of. And just as that is true of our congregation, you know it is true for yourselves as well, and it is certainly true for our environment. So we see therein a reflection of our being. You see there a dependence on the soil and the soil on our treatment of it. Can you see the soil as yourself? Can you feel the churn? Can you feel your interior breaking down the bad and redeeming the toxic in your life? Can you feel your interior surrounding your rootedness and protecting it, connecting it, securing it? This is what the soil does, and these are the lessons of the soil. But it is important to know that the soil does not do these things overnight. The soil does not redeem the damaged, the dead, does not decompose and turn into life overnight. It takes time. And so the soil teaches us patience. We see in the soil a mirror of our own interiority and the very powerful and life-giving activity that takes place in the space where no one can see. And we hear it beg us for some patience. It is not dormant. It is working very hard. You are working very hard. Let the life come. As we enter the ritual component of today's practice, I will ask each section in turn to come forward, and those on this side, I'll ask that you snake all the way around the back and come up this aisle here, come behind the altar, and then make your way out, not up the center, please, but up the side. I'll invite you to stand before our bowl with your soil. Pour some of your dirt into your hand and remember what you named in your meditation earlier that you're going to let go of this season. Remember what it is you are going to let go of. You journaled on it. It should be fresh in your mind. And maybe grind that soil into your hands so that later today, don't wash that hand, by the way. This is like our Ash Wednesday. It's Dirty Hand Sunday. I want you to keep that soil on your hands so that later today, not just in this hour, but later today, you will go, I remember what I'm going to let go. and I remember what I've planted. So you pour the soil into your hand, you let it go into the container, and then you draw from your heart some seed that you want to plant. And of course, this is a symbolic act of imagination, but let it be powerful for you. Give yourself permission. Plant that seed deep into the combined now soil of our congregation that will allow the seed to flourish. So what will you let compost? And what will you plant? To honor this internal process, we'll dim the lights, and we'll keep our witness and memorials silent, and let our bodies talk with the soil. I'll ask that you please share in both silence and in community. We are of the earth, and this is our body. Like us, like earth, let us find life in the quiet, internal churning of the breakdown. What in your life is dying? What in your life may need to be let go of in order to inhabit a new way and allow more life to enter your world? What old normal needs to be released that might be blocking the new? Let it decompose. It will yield faith. Faith in what? You will know. You will know when you let it go. You will find what of you is worthy of trust. Decomposition feeds the seed. What will you let go of to discover that trust? What is it of you that will decompose in order that its death bring new life into the world?